So, I noticed you doing a little bit of ornamentation.
Hmm.
And so, does everybody do the ornamentation? Or if it's like a call and response sort of thing, which I said, you said it's mostly antiphonally between like choirs.
Yeah.
So I guess it
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be mostly like deacon and response. But, how does ornamentation work? How much do you use and does everyone do it congregationally?
So this kind of differs a little bit between India and the Middle East. So in the Middle East, like a hymn will be sung more straight without as much ornamentation. So I'll give you like this hymn called "The Peace of the Father," Shalom Yadabo, in tone 7. And so if you're going to sing it straight, and the reason was because, again, they want all the people to sing together. And then when they sing individually, like when they're singing prose, like a priest's prayer, or they're chanting a psalm, there's some improvisational and some aspects to it and some ability to embellish more. In India, it's kind of the reverse. And I think it's because of the language. Malayalam has a lot of syllables. It takes a long time to say things, and it's kind of spoken like machine gun fire. It's really fast. So I think that influenced, like when you're reading in prose, it's pretty straight. Right, so if I don't speak Malayalam well, or really hardly at all, because I grew up in an English-speaking parish. But if I were to mirror that in English, like for the Psalms, for Psalm 51, have mercy upon me, O God, in your loving kindness, in the abundance of your mercy, blot out my sin. That's basically how we would say it. Whereas in the Middle East, they might embellish it more. I'm a poor example of, try to imitate the way they sing. They sing so beautifully, but, it'd be like, have mercy upon me, O God, in your loving kindness, in the abundance of your mercy. Right, there's much more embellishment that's done there. Whereas the Indians, they will start to embellish the hymns. And the kind of is individual, so the melody kind of will be more or less the same, but you'll hear how different people within the congregation are kind of embellishing it. So again, that this form, Shalom Yadabo, Peace of the Father, in tone 7, would be la 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 la. But sometimes it gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I've heard it sung like by Indians, and they'll embellish the heck out of it, which sometimes drives me nuts. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which I'm like, that's just too much. Stop it. But that's just the style.
Sounds
So it's
cool.
interesting that it kind of switched from the Middle East, where it's like the hymns we sing more straight, and then the individual chanting is much more embellished and ornamented, whereas it's the reverse in India.